Welcome to the Brutally Honest MMA Show. The hard-hitting, true-talking, most brutally honest show in combat sports. Bringing MMA fans across the world together. We are the voice of the people. Now, introducing your hosts, Aaron Chevalian and superfan, Kieran Harper.
So, welcome to the Brutally Honest MMA Show. I'm Aaron, and this is Kieran Harper. How are you doing, Keith?
I'm all good, as how are you, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Right, thanks for joining me today. So, what did you think about last night's fight card?
Amazing fight card. Before we get on to the main eventers, let's just delve a little bit deeper into Royval.
Yeah. Brandon Royval and Kai Kara France. What a fight that was. So
it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And that Royval, like I say, when we've been watching, I've been watching him like a few times. He fought? Who did he fight last as? What was his name? It was the guy off the Ultimate Fighter. Remember, he's a bit awkward.
Bit awkward. Oh God, I know who you mean, but names lost me.
Tim
Elliott.
Tim Elliott, that was
Tim Elliott. Yeah.
Tim Elliott. Yeah, he subbed him, didn't he, in the third round?
Yeah, that if I remember right, that's right. Yeah.
He subbed Tim Elliott in the third round. That was his first fight in the UFC, and then he's coming forward to like Kai Kara, and absolutely the best first round I've ever seen this year.
Yeah, without a doubt. It was just a flyer, wasn't it? They both came out. I mean, both fighters. I didn't want anyone lose after that first round. I was rooting for them both. They both just came out and they both just really. I tell you what, Paul Falder did my head in last night. He was doing nothing. What he kept saying it was a spinning back fist. It was a spinning elbow. It was a bloody spinning elbow. What else did he kept saying it was a double knockdown. It wasn't a knockdown. He got knocked down. He got back up and he knocked him down. Two separate knockdowns.
What happened was, Kai Kara's a tough dude, and that's what Royval said at the end. He was overcritical of himself at the end of it. But Kai Kara punched him, he went down, and then as he jumped back up, did an amazing elbow, like back elbow.
Spinning.
Do you remember Yair Rodriguez? Fought Korean Zombie with one, and there was about 3 seconds left of the fight, and he caught him with one and knocked him clean out on the floor. It was similar to that. That's how the elbow was. It wasn't a double knockdown. It was he got knocked down, he jumped back up, put Kai Kara back down, and then they both went out.
Oh, it was just tremendous. Yeah, I loved it. I mean, his legs had gone at that point, and as he was wobbling, his legs were wobbling. He just spun that elbow and landed it clean, flush on his chin. Wow.
And then the second round comes, and then, he choked him out. Did he tap? Or was it a verbal tap?
Well, I couldn't see. I mean, from the replays, they showed replays from a few different angles, but you couldn't see the hand. I don't know if it was verbal or I don't know.
Verbal.
He tested his hand, didn't he? I'm sure he tested his hand, and I don't know if he'd gone limp and he went out. I don't know if he went to sleep.
We were watching the same one, but when I was watching it, all I saw was from the other angle, and then I saw a few replays of it. I thought, well, couldn't see him tap, and I was thinking maybe verbal tapped because he wasn't out of it. So when he let go of the choke, he was just disappointed in himself. He wasn't out.
I don't know if he'd started coming back to you then at that point. But like you say, I don't know if it was a verbal or whether it was a hand because you couldn't see the hand. I couldn't see the angle on the hand.
I thought John was a little bit tied up. I don't know.
He didn't object to it anyway. He didn't see him like, oh, that was unfair. I think he knew.
Amazing though, and then like I say, Royval at the end of it, and he's banging on about pretty much how shit he was again in that fight, and he's been awesome in that fight. And then was it Joe? Annie was saying to him on about his power. He was like, no. He said, that dude's got way more power than me. He says, I'm disappointed with myself for getting dropped twice in that fight. He says, I need to go back to the drawing board because he's way stronger than me and he dropped me twice. Fighters don't say that kind of shit. I love him. He's a great fighter. I love him.
He's great. And I think it was a perfect fight to lead into the co-main event. I mean, it really got me like excited for the two main events. And moving on to that, what did you think of Dominic Reyes versus Jan Blachowicz?
Beforehand, or watching the fight, Reyes had only one loss, was against Bones, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Had quite a few losses. I said to you, on the day before, didn't I? I said,
we had a little conversation, and you're leaning towards Jan.
Purely because of the odds. If the odds were 50-50, then I probably would be tempted to go a little bit more to Reyes. But because the odds were so much in Jan's favour, I thought, that's ridiculous. I'm betting on you because he's got knockout power. He can knock anyone out. The fight start when I was watching it, like on the first round, and then to be fair, the two main events were pretty much about kicks, weren't they? Kicks dominated both of them.
Yeah.
Jan's kicks were nasty.
That body kick
to Reyes's ribs. There was like the marking on Reyes's ribs was ridiculous.
I've not seen that like marking like that. It bruised. It was marked. It looked like blood vessels had popped underneath his skin.
It was insane.
That was an heavy kick. I mean, I think what Jan used in that fight was experience. I think it came down to experience. He just seemed more composed. He just seemed like he had a game plan, whereas Reyes seemed a bit lost in the fight. And when Reyes he was told by his corner, he needs to pick it up now. And when he did, he got caught.
He was such a big favourite, though, Az.
Wow.
That Reyes was such a big favourite. And yeah, but his corner is his three brothers as well, isn't it? So, I don't know, maybe it's time to get a proper cornerman. But his brothers aren't that experienced, aren't they? I suppose you can't say that. Then Jan just keeps defying the odds, doesn't he?
Yeah. Jan's
the man.
What did you think about Jan calling out Jones? I mean, from Jan's point of view, yeah, he's going to call out the best, the best of the best. Yeah, why would you not? But have you seen Jones's response?
No.
Well, Jones responded on social media saying that he's going. What about dropping down for one last fight? And I'm thinking, why? Jan's on his way out.
As Jones is just covering angles here.
Yeah,
he's
I know.
Covering options. He's like just keeping things open. He's like, oh yeah, I may fight you, or yeah, I may fight Brock, or I may go down to fucking lightweight and fight McGregor, or may go up to super heavyweight and fight.
Yeah.
He's like that's what he's just keeping options open.
I understand it. I understand it, but I don't like it. I don't like how he plays all these games and like, no one is interested in that fight. No one wants to see John Jones take on Jan. No. They want to see Jones versus Lesnar. Jones versus Lesnar, or Jones versus Stipe, Jones versus Francis, Jones. The possibilities.
That's what people care. No one cares about Bones versus Jan.
It's true. It's just being brutally honest.
Well, is that's on Jan though? That is. He's trying like to say, go on, give me the Bones fight. I'll get a bit more money. That's fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. But why would
shut that down though?
Yeah. Imagine if he did. Yeah.
That light heavyweight division. Drop the tires. Right. So shall we go into that light heavyweight division? Do you know who's still ranked in the light heavyweight division?
Go on.
Shogun. That for me is how bad this light heavyweight division is. So you take out Bones and DC, who have run it for about 10 years or something daft like that. They have bossed that light heavyweight division.
Yeah.
DC had enough. He went up to heavyweight, won the heavyweight title, had a few fights there. You know, he's knocking on a bit. He don't want cut weight. He ain't going to come back. If he did come back, he would destroy that division. This person in there, he would beat him. And then you got Bones, who's got bored of it as well. So he's obviously thought, well, you know, I'm going to venture onto something else. And it leaves it in tatters. That light heavyweight division is in tatters. There's no one. I'm looking down the list of the top 15 ranked guys there. I'm thinking anyone could beat it. Do you know Glover Teixeira is 3? He's number 3.
Yeah.
Like, come on. The best person, I think, in that list is Jerry. And he only had his first fight in the UFC like not long ago, and he looks like a beast. And you got like Johnny Walker, who's a bit further down there. He must be fancying his chances now at winning the title. It's up for anyone. That light heavyweight title, what's always been like renowned for being, you know, one of the top ones.
Yeah.
It's up for grabs for anyone. That's how poor. I think if I'm Adesanya. Seriously, if I'm Adesanya now, because Adesanya's a skinny middleweight, all he's got to do is beef up a little bit. He can destroy middleweight and light heavyweight.
Interesting fact here: he's the same height as John Jones. They're roughly about the same height. All he's got to do is strengthen up, put on a few pounds, and he's in there with anyone. I mean,
exactly.
Like you're saying about the division. I think now, at this point, the belt is going to pass around from fighter to fighter quite a few times before that next big fighter emerges.
Who is that fighter? It's not Johnny Walker for me. It's not Johnny Walker.
It's not.
What's going to happen with Johnny Walker is Johnny Walker's going. He's going to win a few emphatically, and he'll get knocked out emphatically as well. He's going to be meant for watch. Johnny Walker's going to be able to watch. But
he's going to be a fan favourite.
I'm looking for a dominant champion in that division, and there isn't one. All I can see from it, Costa cannot go up to a different weight. He's already way too big for middleweight, but he makes that weight. Whereas Adesanya is a skinny middleweight. All he's got to do is pack on a bit of muscle, and I honestly think Adesanya can destroy both light heavy and middle. I really do.
Yeah,
I think
I think you're right there, because Adesanya he's on a quest. He wants to be the greatest of all time, and the only way he'll do that, in my opinion, is he'll clear out the middleweight and then he'll move up. And I don't think he'll hang around. I don't think he'll do what Jones has done, where he'll tease it. And I think as soon as he's cleared out that division, I think he's moving up.
Yeah, Bones versus Adesanya is always going to sell. Bones versus there's a lot of Bones fights. What will sell? If Bones isn't retired, he's fighting again. McGregor's fighting again. He's fighting Pacquiao. That's done, isn't it? It's like, they're going to fight again because there's too much money in it for them. There's
way too much money. So we haven't even touched upon it yet. But what did you think about the Adesanya fight? Like, what are your thoughts? Oh yeah.
Well, see that, lads? See that pit? Let's see how Dilly White does.
I've been talking about this all week, and it played out exactly how I thought it would. And I don't think Paulo Costa has fought. He hasn't fought the right guys to get to that place. He's not a title challenger yet. He's not in that right mindset. He hasn't got the skill, the ability. He's just a powerhouse, and he was never going to come out against Adesanya and do what he's done to other guys. Who did he fight before Romero? Johnny Hendricks.
Who Costa? No, he fought Romero, didn't he?
Yeah, no, before Romero, who did he fight? He fought Johnny Hendricks. Johnny Hendricks, I
get it.
What's that about? Like Adesanya, he's beat Silva, he's beat Gastelum, he's beat Romero, he's beat Whitaker, and now he's just demolished. He's made Costa look like a little schoolgirl, hasn't he? He's just absolutely demolished him. And Costa did himself no favors in the fight. bragging and putting his hands behind his back. Like,
pissed me off. Properly pissed me off.
Like when you Anderson Silva or Conor McGregor or someone like that who's fighting and winning the fight, or try and bait them, but not when you're Costa, when you're losing the fight, when you're getting your leg picked apart, when you're getting caught with every counter punch under the sun, when you're getting head kicked. Like, no, don't do it. Fight. Just do something. But he was just waiting.
Exactly what you've just said there, as that McGregor does it when he's winning the fight. He puts his, I think Eddie Alvarez, McGregor put his hands behind his back.
He did.
And he did it because he's winning the fight. He's finding it easy. Costa was losing the fight. He was losing the fight. So Costa's like trying to do all these things and then sticking his tongue out. These are all signs of weaknesses for me. Like when they're doing that,
it was.
Trying to bait him.
What didn't make sense is I know what Costa was trying to do. He was trying to bait him in so he could probably catch him on the counter. But Costa's not a counter punch fighter.
No.
So why would you do that? He's a forward. Yeah, he's a pressure fighter. He's a forward. He was a forward charging, coming at you fighter, and he was never going to do that. And I think Costa doesn't even belong in Octagon with Adesanya, because he came forward. Adesanya like slipped him, counter punched him. His reach is too big. He stayed on the outside. Costa didn't get near him. Game over.
Do you know what's insane for me? The fact that Costa he walked down Romero, walked him down, and I was expecting on this fight. When they're coming out, there was a point, because I'm always team Adesanya. He's the superhero, isn't he? He's Marvel. I'm always going to be team Adesanya. But they were coming out, and then there was a point where I was thinking, to quote Adesanya, juiced up Ricky Martin was going walking down. That's the best rip Adesanya's ever done. He's done a lot of rips, but juiced up Ricky Martin is my favourite one.
We'll have
to spit on me. I think he had like that flowery shirt on. He's got Latino. Definitely juiced up Ricky Martin. But going back, it was like, I thought, yeah, Costa looks big. He's an undefeated guy. He's walked down the man of steel. Like Romero, people talk about the kicking Romero, don't they, and breaking legs and stuff. So everyone said, even Adesanya said, touching him was like touching steel.
Yeah,
and he's walked him down. So Costa's he's walked him down. And I thought, I don't know how Adesanya's going to deal with this forward pressure, what Costa's going to put. And it started, and the forward pressure was never come. It never come. And when it did try to come, Adesanya was too quick to get out the way of it. The second, we went back to the leg kicks and the Yan and Reyes fight, didn't we? The second Adesanya was landing them like leg kicks, it was done. That fight was done. The calf kick, and then it go up top, and then it'd be the solar plex, and it was constant, and it was constant kicking. And Costa looked a shadow of himself. What I've seen Costa before in other fights, I thought we'd be a tear up, and he let me down a bit.
Well,
I was hoping for a better fight, but Adesanya, man, amazing, love him.
All week, I've been seeing and hearing that everyone was saying that Costa he won't sit back. He won't sit back, and he's going to come at him. He's going to charge at him. He's going to hunt him down. And I was saying, no, it's not going to happen. Two things, right? In the Romero fight, in the third round, he was laboured. He didn't have the gas tank. He had more of a gas tank than Romero, but he was laboured.
Romero's juiced up, and he's juiced up. They're both juiced up people, and they're up to the third round.
But in the third round of that, he was looking laboured. And Costa, other than the Romero fight, he's only ever gone 2 rounds or 1 round. So I was saying straight away, I was thinking it's a 5-round fight. Costa isn't built for this. He isn't built for a 5-round fight. So he's not going to be stupid, and he's not going to rush out and try to take him out in the first round. I think he knows that. I think he was going to sit back and he was going to try and let Adesanya come to him. And I just don't see in any way, in any world where Costa wins that fight. He sits back, Adesanya picks him apart, he comes charging at him, he gets picked apart, like he slips him, he counters him. I don't see in any world where Costa wins that fight. I really don't. And I was saying it all week. I was saying he's not going to come running at him, and Adesanya will pick him apart. And when he does come forward, he'll just get caught. And it played out just everything I was thinking in my head, how it would play out. It just did. I just didn't see him winning.
I get the Adesanya hype train, and when Adesanya fought Whittaker, I honestly thought Whittaker would have beat Adesanya that when they fought each other. I did. I thought that Whittaker would do that. But then
shame on you.
I know. Whittaker did weird things in that fight. He did like Superman punches and stuff. He had no defense. And I think Whittaker will be better as a rematch to Adesanya than what any other. So all the people who Adesanya's beat.
Yeah,
I prefer Whittaker to have that rematch than any like the Costas or anyone else, because I think Whittaker learned like not these stupid Superman punches. But again, Adesanya's on a different level, man. I love him. We got to embrace him. We got to soak it in while we've got him. It's like that, like with all the other main fighters.
Yeah,
you know, like with your Bones and everyone like that. Like you, these dominant people. Adesanya can win the light heavyweight championship. If I'm Izzy now, I'm thinking, right, done that. Has anyone ever held middle and light heavy?
No, because Silva never stepped up, did he?
No, Silva never done it. Sarah did Walter, and no, GSP did Walter and middle. No one's ever done middle and light heavy, though, have they?
I didn't think they have.
Been that many. So that there you go, Izzy. There you go. There's a bit of. Because there's no one else there for him. If he can go to light heavy, he'll destroy light heavy, and he'll immediately get the title fight.
To be fair though, right? I agree. I agree, but I disagree because, like we were talking about earlier, you'd win the light heavyweight division. I think you'd probably take that title quite easily. But why I don't want him to do is because there's better fights for him at middleweight. I mean, the Calvin Gastelum rematch, if Calvin gets his act together. Oh, it was a brilliant fight. I was watching it today. It was an absolute fantastic fight. It was one.
He sat him down. He straight punched him and sat him down on his arse. It was a direct sit down like that. It was like the elbow, what you can't do. That was like Gastelum going down off every punch.
It was a great fight though. It was an absolutely great fight. But the Whittaker rematch is there as well. And
what's his name? Cannonier.
Yeah, Jared Cannonier.
He's been banging everyone clean out, hasn't he?
Yeah, there's that fight. I think there's more interesting fights, and there's more.
Cannonier. Fucking come on here.
Yeah, Cannonier. And there's Ed is it Shaban who's coming up?
No, not for me. There isn't loads there. I don't think there's loads there. I think he's got to do. He hasn't got to do anything. It's like Izzy's the man. Did you see his post fight, by the way?
Yeah.
Did you hear what he was saying about like Costa's team in the corner?
Yeah, when he went up to him, he said, what did he say? Go on.
They were trying to put him off. So he's fighting Costa, and then he said, "There's little gremlin managers in the corner," and he's like this at the end of the ring. And then, as he said, "Don't go put me off, you little bitch." So I'm bulletproof. Don't go put me off. I remember the dude who's a beast. And they're all trying to put him off. He said he brought this massive entourage and everything. He knew he had him. The interview's dead funny afterwards. You won't watch that interview after.
Yeah, I'll check that one out. And just before we wrap it up, I just have to give a shout out to Bruce Buffer. I think he was on form. He was absolutely on form last night, especially for the main event. He just let go, didn't he? Especially when Adesanya was being called like the winner when they were announcing the winner. Oh, that was just you can't have UFC without Bruce Buffer.
It's time. Ridiculous effort. That's how good Bruce is. Try do Bruce. There you go. Take that home with you. Try do Bruce. No one can do it.
Undisputed.
Bruce is the man. It's a shame that I have Joe Rogan though on the commentary for tonight.
Yeah, it was messy. It was missing Joe. Paul Falder.
DC. They like Paul though. I like the Dragon. I like Paul. I like John. Don't get me wrong. I like John. I like Paul. They're great. Dominic Cruz bores me a little bit. John and Paul, brilliant. But it's always nice. I like Joe Rogan and DC. Best being them three. They make title fighters. That's who wants in the big fights. Commentate.
Right, I think we'll wrap it up there. So thanks for joining me today, Keith.
Nice one, has it?
Right. So don't forget, keep listening, everyone. Join, follow, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. We'll be back next week.
Subscribe, follow. That's not follow, is it? See you later, guys.
See you later.